what's up, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we're back to give you guys some player props and spreads for Thursday, February 25th. We got a lot of good lines out there, and I really think tonight's going to be a really good slate after we've kind of been even the past couple days. But let's get into these player props and spreads. If you are new here, we do our giveaway every single night where I will give $100 to every subscriber that we have if we get first place in daily fantasy. The payout for first place is over $100,000, so it'd be great for me and great for you guys to click that subscribe button. We are very close to 500 subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that today. I believe in you guys. Click that like button. Let's get into these player props and spreads. And my first one, man, we're starting with the stat padding fiend. It is Russell Westbrook. He's been playing, and the Wizards have played really well in the past 5-6 games. We're taking his over in rebounds and assists combined, so that is 19.5 right now versus the Nuggets. He's hit this in 5 of his last 6 games. The one game he missed, he hit 19 on the dot, which would have been half a point lower than what it is. During that time span, that same 6-game time span when the Wizards have been really good, he's averaged over 23 combined rebounds and assists. This matchup against the Nuggets is not really threatening. Jamal Murray, Will Barton out there. I'm not scared of that. Russell Westbrook has been going crazy on the rebounds and assists recently, and that's why I think I'm taking this player prop again until they raise it more. And I'm moving on to my second player prop. It's his teammate, Bradley Beal, over 9.5 rebounds and assists. I know it's weird to take two players on the same team, rebounds and assists, but when you look at the numbers, Bradley Beal's been killing it. Last night when I wrote down and I was doing my research, this player prop was plus 104, the over, which was tremendous value. Now it's minus 132. Not surprised there. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go up to 10.5, and I still like it there. And here's why. Bradley Beal has hit this in 6 straight games. He's averaging 12 1/3 rebounds and assists combined over that span. Him and Westbrook will play big minutes tonight against the Nuggets in what should be more or less a pretty high-scoring game. You know, I think they'll both pile up the stats. Teams are making Bradley Beal pass it more, and that's why he's getting more assists, and he's also rebounding the ball terrific since they don't really have a rebounding center in Robin Lopez. So that's why I'm taking both of their props, rebounds and assists. Take them every single day. I think those are really good tonight. Moving on, we got Giannis over 32.5 points. 32.5 is a large number, and it's for good reason. It's versus the Pelicans. But when you look at this, Giannis is at 37 and 38 points in the back-to-back games. The last time he played the Pelicans, which was a couple weeks ago, he had 38 points in a very high-scoring game. So you'll see maybe I like the over in this game later on in the video. He shot 15 of 27 last time they played. And, you know, there's no one on the Pelicans that can guard him. I love Zion and his over. I don't know if I love Zion's over tonight, but, yeah, Zion's not going to guard him. Jackson Hayes, Steven Adams, Brandon Ingram, none of those can guard Giannis. And if Giannis gets a full head of steam in transition, it's a GG, good game. He's going to score, and that's why I'm taking his over 32.5 points in what should be a very high-scoring game versus the Pelicans. Moving on to my fourth final player prop of the day. James Harden, over 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I love all of Harden's props tonight against the Magic, but I'm going to stick with just one that combines them all. It seems like the least risk to bet. And when you look at Harden's game, without Durant, he's hit this easily in 4 of his last 5 games. The one game was a low-scoring game against the Lakers, but he's been killing it. The last time these two teams played was actually Harden's first game as a Brooklyn Net, and this was without Kyrie Irving, so it was just Durant and Harden. And Harden had 32, 12, and 14. Smashed all of the numbers, the 47.5, no contest. And I think tonight, in what will be a surprisingly high-scoring game against the Magic, I think Harden gets this easily done. He's been piling up the rebounds, the points, the assists. He's been insanely good, and I think he hits this over again tonight. Those are just my 4 player props tonight. I think those are really good bets to make. And let me know if you guys have any better ones down in the description or in the comments below, and I'll give you guys my opinions. Obviously, you know, I do my own research, but I want to hear what you guys have. Moving on to some spreads I like. I got 3 of them. I already talked about Bucks versus Pelicans. I'm taking the over 240. It was 240 last night. Wouldn't be surprised if this is up to 243, 245 by end of the day. Wouldn't be that wouldn't surprise me one bit. But when you look at this, Pelicans overs are 18-1 in their last 19 games. And while I don't normally like to bet on that side, I do think it's going to continue tonight. The Bucks score over 120 points almost every night, and the Pelicans don't play much defense. These two teams matched up earlier this year, like I talked about when Giannis had 38. They combined for 257 points. I know the number 240 is a large number, but I'm still willing to bet it. These teams don't play an ounce of defense, and they play super fast, draw fouls, shoot threes. everything, you name it. I think they hit the over tonight, 240, 243.5, whatever it is. Take it and take it with confidence. Moving on, I already kind of alluded to this Nets versus Magic over 226.5. Like I said, these teams matched up back in January for Harden's first game, which he had 9 turnovers. Not great. He's turned that down a little bit, but I mean, they combined for 237 points their last time they played. You know, in the last 20 games, in the last 20 Nets games, if you were to give them a line of 226.5, they would have hit it in 16 of 20. The Nets are very easy, very susceptible to scoring 120 plus points every single night. And when you look at this Magic roster, I don't think the Nets are going to say, you know, we got to play some defense to beat this team. They can easily just outscore them, and I think that's what they'll do tonight. They don't need to play an ounce of defense, and they'll easily be able to beat the Nets versus the Magic, or beat the Magic. No doubt, no contest. And my last spread of the night was going to be Kings versus Knicks. Right now it is a pick'em, but I'm not going to touch the outcome of the game because I never know what I can expect from my New York Knicks. I'm taking the under 222. For starters, these teams played earlier this season, and they combined for 201 points. Yeah, that's not close to 222. And sure, you might look at it and say the Kings have hit 8 straight overs in their last 8 straight games, and they're also 0-8 in those games. So I expect them to play a little more defense. Also, if you look at this number, 222, the Knicks have played in 11 games this month, and they would have only hit that over in one of those 11 games, and that was against the Hawks, who have never even thought about playing defense. So I'm not worried about it tonight. I am taking the under. The Knicks just don't score the ball, and they play gritty defense. You know, the under is hit in 6 straight games against Sacramento between these two. Let's make it 7. In their last 10 matchups, Kings versus Knicks, the under is 9-1. And that is why I'm going to say all the stats kind of point towards the under. Both of these teams don't necessarily shoot the 3 too well, have some injuries. And that's why I'm taking the under. So to recap, we got Giannis over 32.5 points. We got James Harden over 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Then we got Westbrook over 19.5 rebounds and assists. Bradley Beal over 9.5 rebounds and assists, likely to go up, so get that bet in soon. Then we got some Bucks versus Pelicans over 240, Nets versus Magic over 226.5, and Kings versus Knicks under 222. That is 7 bets that I really like tonight, and I'll be putting a unit on each of them. Good luck if you guys are betting tonight, and be sure to leave me your bets down in the description or in the comments, and I'll kind of let you guys know my thoughts and opinions. But as always, do your guys' research, and I'll be back tomorrow for some more player props and spreads. Peace out, guys.